Distraction can kill you, and it can really mess with the quality of your life. And so what I see is, for most people, it's your smart devices that are there day and night, chiming, dinging, ringing, whatever. And it's just a constant source of distraction and headache. Some people I know have gotten rid of their cell phones. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm even considering it myself. It's such a nuisance, but it's also a convenience. So what do? There's also people that just limit themselves to only certain times of the day to use their cell phones because they know that they'll be distracted otherwise. And that's a smart way of going about it. What I do is, when I go driving or shopping, I turn off the notifications on my phone, and I mute the phone, and I take the phone out of my pocket and put it in the passenger seat, and I cover it with something else. Maybe it's like a jacket or something, but I just, out of sight, out of mind, right? And I try not to bring my cell phone with me when I actually go shopping. It could be just grocery shopping. I don't want the phone on me. And there's a lot of people, though, that just can't deal with not having a phone on them 24/7. And it's just like ridiculous, the things that I've seen just in the last few weeks. And I'll tell you, some of them are very embarrassing, but let me just tell you, I saw a lady that was walking up to a storefront, and she was doing something on her phone. It looked like she was texting, if I had to guess. And she completely walked into a brick wall, like really hard too, to the point that she bounced off the wall onto her back. And she was very embarrassed. It didn't look like that she was really injured. I mean, she might have been, but she just acted like everything was okay. But she was so embarrassed that she ended up just turning around and walking back to her car, and she left. She didn't even go in the store. There was also, a few weeks before that, a gentleman that was walking up to a hardware store, and he was looking up something on his phone and walked right into the window. And I'm just glad that the window didn't break, but I think his nose did, because his nose was just bleeding like you wouldn't believe. Also, part of his forehead was bleeding. So he ended up going back to his vehicle and going, I don't know, back home to patch himself up, or maybe to an urgent care. I don't know. But I saw that. And also, about a month ago, I was driving to a grocery store, and I saw to the right of me a guy a few cars up just walk right in the middle of the street, just walk out in the street, you know. And of course, I hit my brakes and pretty much came to a stop within a few moments. And that guy looked up in shock. And what happened was, he was playing some type of game, is what it looked like. And he had his earbuds, and he thought he was probably still on the sidewalk, but he walked out in the road and he ran back over to the sidewalk. And I mean, it's just like weird stuff like that has happened, even in a rural environment. I mean, I live in a rural area, and this stuff happens even here. So, I mean, I can only imagine in a large city where you have that much more going on, you know, a lot more stimulus, and you have all the distractions from a phone. It just gets crazy. One tip that I want to say, though, that is very helpful, and it's just, you know, smart, is to look into the store, you know, through the front windows, or even if you have to stick your head in from the front door and just do a quick scan, just to make sure that you're not walking into some type of, you know, dangerous situation. Sometimes stores get robbed. Sometimes there's a domestic dispute in a store, and you don't want to walk into that and be a part of that. And so I have a friend that a few years ago, he was getting gas. At least he thought he was going to get gas, and he always prepays. So he's going to go into, you know, the gas station, prepay, and then pump his gas. Well, right before he got to the front door, he decided just to kind of look through the window just for a moment to make sure that he's not walking into problems. And it's a good thing that he did that, because there was a robbery in progress. And so he was able to flee the area and not be affected. And so always just be aware of your surroundings. You guys take care. Thanks for checking the video out. Be safe. And once again, don't allow your technology to take the best of you and to rob you of your situational awareness.